Okay, we are live. Welcome in everyone to another episode of Nationals Franchise. As usual, if you're not watching this live, I will put a timestamp down in the description of when the actual gameplay starts. But in the meantime, give me another 30 seconds or so to finish setting up my stream. Okay, we are good to go. So, in the last stream, who did we end up playing? I believe we ended up playing the Cardinals? We took 2 out of 3 from them. Yeah, I think that's what it was. We took 2 out of 3 from the Cardinals, played 3 one-run games, so they were all close. But as you can tell by the title of this video, we are finally in first place. We have exactly a 1-game lead over the Braves, and if you followed this series earlier in the 2027 season, the Braves had a double-digit game lead against us at one point, and now here we are leading the division. We had a red-hot month of July. Look at how many green squares we got there. How many games did we win? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11... 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. We won 20 games in the month of July, and we lost how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We went 20-6 in the month of July, and we just came off a 4-game sweep of the Atlanta Braves. Kind of wish maybe I live stream this, but I can't live stream 4 games in a row. I mean, sorry guys, I just don't have the time for that. But we will live stream this 3-game series against the Chicago White Sox, who are not as bad in this universe as they are in real life. As you can see, 60-57 record. They are a mediocre team on paper anyways. Well, let's take a look at something that's not mediocre, and it is our team. CJ Abrams is one of those guys who might be mediocre, though. Maybe even below mediocre. You know, not much has changed since the last time we checked in. A little bit of a disappointment. I mean, he's got all the potential in the world, and he was red hot in the end of last season and in the postseason, but so far just really hasn't put it together. But I don't really think I have a better option for the top of the lineup. Robert Hassel came crashing back down to earth, but overall he's still fine. Does have 15 stolen bases, which I think comfortably leads our team. So he could very well break 20 stolen bases, which for our team is a lot. Vladdy, MVP candidate. He's at 38 home runs. He's too shy of another 40 homer season. Only 10 RBI short of a 100 RBI season. He's hitting over 300. On base approaching 400. OPS over 1,000. What more do you want me to say about him? Nolan Gorman, 29 homers coming into today's game. He's 1 short of 30. This would be his 3rd consecutive season with 30 or more homers. He's also very well on track to break his single-season record for RBIs. He had 95 last year. He's at 89 already this year. And he's also doing very well in the batting average and on-base department. 289, 367, good for a 913 OPS. Moving him to DH is probably the best, one of, if not the best decision that I've made in the duration of this franchise. Hunter Renfroe overall being pretty solid. He's not going to have that 30-homer type power like we've seen from him the 3 years that he's been on the team, but, you know, you have to think he's probably going to crack 20 homers. And he's also doing better in the batting average and on-base department, which is good for an 816 OPS. James Wood, I mean, better than last year's number. He's another guy. He could very well hit 20 jacks this year. Average is still low, as is the on-base, 712 OPS. You know, he's shown flashes, just hasn't really put the potential together. Ryan McMahon, of course, we ended up trading for him in the last episode. We sent Brady House and a prospect over to the Colorado Rockies. I mean, most of these numbers aren't for us. I have hit a couple homers with him off stream, But, you know, the numbers aren't necessarily eye-popping. 235 average, 315 on base, 706 OPS. But with 17 homers so far this year, he's probably going to break 20 homers. Keibert Ruiz has been excellent, obviously. He's probably going to crack north of 20 homers. And as a catcher, love to see that. Along with a 296 average, 371 on base, OPS well over 800. And Philip Kuhn's really turned things around. I know the numbers still look pedestrian, but considering he was hitting well below the Mendoza line for a good chunk of the year, he's really turned things around. And of course, I love his defense over at second base. On our bench, Elijah Green's kind of been hot and cold. Right now, he is riding a little bit of a hot streak. He's got 12 stolen bases while primarily being a bench player. I'll take that from our fourth or fifth outfielder. Rafael Lantigua, I mean, he's on the team for his versatility. I don't really care about his hitting as long as it's not astronomically bad. Colton Wong, albeit in still a small sample size, he's tearing the cover off the ball, hitting 343 with a 945 OPS. Willie Guzman, I mean, he's a backup catcher. Whatever, is what it is. Of course, we did sign him to be potentially our starter for the next few years, but Keibert Ruiz decided to wake up, but that's fine. Now let's take a look at our pitching rotation. Logan Webb, 24 starts this year, 9-5 record, 142 innings, 119 strikeouts, and 34 walks. So he's not striking out a lot of guys, but he's not walking anyone either. 2.59 ERA and a 1.11 WHIP. Terrific acquisition in the offseason. Max Fried, 24 games started as well, 12-5 record, 152 innings, a sub-2 ERA at 1.89 and a 1.03 WHIP. 106 strikeouts to 43 walks, so he's not really missing a lot of bats either. But, hey man, what's up? Thanks for tuning in. Brian Bayo, same thing with him as we were talking about with Philip Kuhn. Good luck, man. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it. Brian Bayo was terrible earlier this year. He had an ERA well above 5 and I think well above 6 at one point. But he's gotten it down to a 4.73, 1.44 whip. Still not overall great, but we decided to roll forward. With the rotation we have, Jordan Montgomery's kind of regressed a little bit. 77 strikeouts, just 35 walks. ERA at 4 and a whip of 1.44, so hopefully he can turn things around. And Josiah Gray's actually pitched really well lately. Another guy who had an ERA above 5 at one point, well above 4 for a good chunk of the year, but he's gotten it below 4 now. 146 strikeouts and 123 plus innings. Only guy in our pitching staff striking out more than a guy an inning. Only 45 walks. What show is this? This is 23, the show. Decided not to get 24 the show. I am getting 25 the show when it comes out, though, and I'm going to start a new franchise, which I'll stream. Moving on to Cade Cavalli, our long reliever. He's appeared in 32 games, 58 innings, 71 punch-outs, 16 walks. ERA is kind of high, but the whip's pretty low at 1.13. Eli Morgan, 2.70 ERA, 1.18 whip, 59 strikeouts to just 18 walks in 62 games. He's been excellent. Chris Flexen, who we signed as a free agent this year, has appeared in 62 games, 57 innings, 2.51 ERA, 46 strikeouts to just 14 walks. Tanner Scott, 49 games for him, 57 punch-outs, 33 walks, so he has walked quite a few batters. ERA's at 3.5, which isn't bad, but the whip at nearly 1.5 is not what you want to see. You want to see more stuff like this from AJ Puck, 49 games, 43 innings, 42 strikeouts to just 8 walks, sub-2 ERA, a whip of an even 1. Jordan Hicks, of course, our former closer who we ended up demoting to a setup man. I mean, I don't know why, but in the sim, he is just not good. 65 strikeouts to 32 walks, so he is missing bats, but he's also putting a lot of guys on base, as suggested by his 4.60 ERA and his whip above 1.5. He has blown 8 saves already this year. He only blew 6 all of last year. So he's been moved to a setup role, quote unquote. We might kick him out of that setup role. Brooks Raley in 43 games, 41 strikeouts to 10 walks, 3.72 ERA, 1.22 whip. And Dylan Coleman is our new closer. He was our closer a couple years ago. We ended up trading for him in the first season of this franchise. Saved 33 games for us one year, 42 in 2025. We kicked him to the setup role where he was excellent, but he's been excellent all year. Mostly as a setup man, but now as our closer. Of course, he only has 7 saves so far this year. but 57 strikeouts to just 16 walks, 2.14 ERA, and a whip of under 1. And that's how our team is doing. So we're going to go ahead and jump into this 3-game series against the Chicago White Sox. And of course, if you haven't seen my past few streams, I've been playing entire series, but only been playing one side of the ball, if you want to call it that. I believe I've done 2 sides. I've done 2 streams of doing nothing but hitting and quick managing the pitching, and 2 streams of doing all the pitching and quick managing the hitting. So I'm going to go back to doing the hitting in this stream. We are on a streak of playing a bunch of games in a row, as you can see by a lot of these guys' staminas, so we are going to have to probably take some of our starters out and do some load management here. Keibert Ruiz, I mean, his stamina is getting pretty low, and as a catcher, it's going to get even lower. So Willie Guzman will get a start today. James Wood's getting pretty low too, as is Hunter Renfroe, but I can't afford to take 2 outfielders out, so I think I'm going to take James Wood out. His stamina's marginally lower. We'll put Elijah Green in. How do I want to arrange this lineup? We'll bump up McMahon to 6. Let's do Philip Kuhn in the 7 spot. We'll go Willie Guzman 8, Elijah Green 9. Have some speed in the bottom of that lineup. And away we go.
And welcome into the ballpark. Happy to have you with us. Interleague Baseball on MLB The Show. It's the Chicago White Sox and the Washington Nationals. Okay, all set.
Okay, and of course we're going to quick manage the pitching for this stream. So Brian Bayo on the bump starts things off, gets Crawford to fly out. Yordis Gurriel singles, Luis Robert flies out, Gavin Sheets flies out. So we get out of the first without any real damage. Here comes our offense, starting off with C.J. Abrams. Louis Varland on the mound. He's got 4-seam slider, cutter, and a changeup.
Kicks and fires. Swing
and
a miss
we are
as he
fooled on
chases
that slide piece. 1 and 2.
And now the count
Same
is
exact
even.
location, but we don't swing that time. 2 and 2.
Righty to the plate. Line drive.
And that's a little looping
Calls it
line
in.
drive
And
caught by the
there's one
shortstop for out
Here's
number
the
1.
speed threat.
And let's
Robert
take a look at
Hassel
the
III.
White Sox defense, presented to you by Subaru. Subaru, the official car of lesbians. In the outfield, left to right, got Justin Crawford in left, Luis Robert Jr. in center, and Gavin Sheets in right. In the infield, first to third, Landon Stevens at first, Brian Ramos at second, Marcus Semien over at short, and Tyler Black over at third, and Harry Ford does the catching for Louis Varland.
And the pitch.
Again, that's brought to you by Subaru, the official car of lesbians.
Falling behind 2-1.
Yes, that is a real sponsorship. Do not question it. Anyways, here's Robert Hassel, the third.
Good
He's got
eye
3-1
right there.
count. And that is
There's a swing
cranked
and a
into
drive.
right field. That is going
And that
to
one
go
is
off the
off
base
the
of the
wall.
wall. And
And
Robert
that's a
Hassel,
double.
the third, has himself a 1-out double.
Showed some really nice patience in that at bat. Worked himself into a good count.
So we got a man in scoring position. Here's Vladdy, hitting 303, almost 40 tanks. And that's hit hard, but a nice snag over at third. And that is going to be a quick out, no advantage for Hassel. That's Tyler Black over at third. I think they have a lot of made-up players, so I'm going to have to remember some names.
Ball to strike.
Here's Nolan Gorman, who whiffs at that change piece, 1 and 2.
And off balance on that swing. If I'm the pitcher, I'm taking a little bit more off. See if you can get him to chase something in the dirt.
Right-hander kick steals. 2 outs.
Full count.
And 1 in scoring position.
And that
In the air, left
shot the
field.
other way out to left,
Makes the catch.
but it is put
And
away
that
for
is the
out
inning.
number 3. So we do nothing with that 1-out double by Hassel.
Welcome back.
Still scoreless after 1 as we quick manage the pitching. Marcus Semien flies out. Tyler Black grounds out. Harry Ford, not to be confused with Harrison Ford. He draws a walk, however. He's got 84 speed as a catcher. Brian Ramos hits into a fielder's choice. Again, I'm going to have to really remember these outfielders. Because there's like, who's a real player here? Luis Robert, Marcus Semien, Am I forgetting anyone? Gavin Sheets. Anyways, here's Hunter Renfroe.
The 1-1 is fouled off. Kicks and deals. Swing
And we're behind on that fastball, 1 away.
Ryan McMahon steps to the plate.
There's Ryan McMahon.
1 down, base is empty.
Deadline acquisition.
Swing
And
a
we
miss.
are way
And
out in front of that changeup.
1-2. Second inning
1
here,
and
no
2.
score.
And that's
one
a
to
chopper over to
He
first.
steps on the bag.
Put away
Already 2
for out
here
number
in the
2
home half
by
of inning number 2.
Stevens.
Fastball groove right down the middle. Usually a lot of damage done with that
Here's
pitch.
Phillip
A hard
Kuhn.
grounder, but he wanted to get that ball
And
in
that's
the
a
air,
high
maybe
pop-up.
drive it into the gap.
Out behind the plate, Harrison Ford, former president of the United
Squeezes
States, puts it away
and that
for
is
out number
that.
3, and that ends the second. Still scoreless.
Back here at the ball.
Okay. Landon Stevens, the first baseman, to lead things off, grounds out. Justin Crawford, the left fielder, strikes out. And Yordis Gurriel Jr. strikes out. 1-2-3 inning from Bayo. He's off to a good start. Let's see if we can score some runs for him. Starts off with Willie Guzman, our backup catcher.
Next offering is
And
in
he's
for a
got a
strike.
2-2 count.
Swing
And a swing and a miss. We go down swinging again on that change piece.
And
1
here
away.
is Elijah Green.
And here's
Hit the
Elijah
support
Green
bats
getting the
yesterday.
start in center.
The 1-1. And that's
Got
downstairs
2-1
and
count.
outside. Next offering.
3-1.
And a pitch.
And that slider's
3-1
right
count.
down
Saying to
Broadway.
himself,
Probably
"I've
should have
gotta
pulled
get
the
a
trigger
fastball
on that.
here." Just
3-2.
spins it. Get me over breaking ball to bring the count full.
And that is lined the other way for a base hit. Another pitch out over the plate.
Hit turns the lineup over.
And Elijah Green's aboard with a 1-out single.
So the batting
And
order
now
turns
here is
over.
C.J.
Here's the
Abrams.
shortstop at the plate.
He's got 3-1
C.J.
count.
Abrams. He's 0 for 1. Left-hand hitter waits.
And that's ball 4.
Maybe a little
So
loss of
there's 2 men
focus on
aboard
the
here.
mound right there. Pretty
Just
much
1 man
gifted
out.
at
And here's
first
Robert
base with
Hassel
a quick
III. He
pass.
smoked that double back in the first inning.
Robert Hassel III digging in for the Nationals. Doubled his first time up. The pitch. Off the mark
That's
there.
downstairs for
2-1.
ball 2.
Well, all eyes on the double play ball in this spot. No better way to get out of this inning.
Next offering misses.
3-1.
And that's ball 3.
And that is shot the other way to left,
Drops
down the
gets back
line.
on it.
And
he
Crawford can't
quite
get there.
It's a foul ball.
Foul ball, though. Full count.
The pitch. Foul ball, and it remains a full count. Green
You know what?
on second.
I'm going to do a double
Abrams
steal
at
here, but we
first.
have
One
to
gone.
hit the ball.
Here's the pitch. Both runners on the move.
And that is
Got
strike
him
3,
swinging.
and that's a strike him out, throw him out. That was ball 4. If I didn't swing at that, we would have him loaded with 1 out.
Back in Washington.
That is a bad managerial move right there. Brian Bayo's back out for his 4th inning of work. Lets up a leadoff single to Robert. Gavin Sheets strikes out. Marcus Seaman grounds out, and Tyler Black flies out. So Bayo's through 4 scoreless.
Scoreless here, but now
Here's
he's got
Vladdy to
deal with
lead
a
things
guy
off.
who's got some power. Got to be careful when you're talking about a hitter with this type of slug and these type of home run totals. Next offering is in the dirt. This one
And
blasted
Vladdy
deep
cranks
to
that one in the left and
Way
goodbye.
outta here.
1-0.
Home run. A towering home run. And that gives them a lead. It's 1-0.
That's number
You know what pitch he wanted to
39
hit?
on the year for
Spit on some
Vladdy.
other pitches in this at bat was very patient, and it paid off.
408 feet, 105 off the bat.
Nolan Gorman now at the plate.
And here's Nolan
Line
Gorman.
out his first time. That misses the zone, and that's ball 2.
Oh, you just got to delete it. You give up that leadoff home run, go back to work, focus on this next batter.
And that's smoked the other way. Left center. Back goes Crawford towards the bullpen, and it's gone. Back-to-back blast for Vladdy and Nolan Gorman. That's Gorman's 30th of the year.
It's 2-0.
That's his third straight season of 30-plus tanks, and we are up 2-0.
If it's your team that does it and those guys get to slap hands at home plate. This is
now here's Renfroe.
Really fire up a ball club.
Now it's Hunter Renfroe. And that one is inside. 2-1 pitch is in there, and the count is even. Got him.
And Renfroe goes down on a check swing. So we do not hit 3 homers in a row.
Ryan McMahon.
One away for Ryan McMahon.
And the right-hander deals. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. And
that's hit pretty well in the right center. Back goes Robert at the track, and he doesn't get there. I thought he caught that for a second. He had a chance. Instead, it's a 1-out double for McMahon.
So digging in, Phillip Kuhn.
Now here's Phillip Kuhn as we try to extend our lead here.
And now 2-1.
That's a ball. I'll take it. 2-1. And that's drilled into center field. And a diving catch by Luis Robert. McMahon's going to try to tag up and head to third, but he is drilled at third base. Put that on Sports Center's top 10 as we hit into another double play to end the inning, but we hit back-to-back jacks with Vladdy and Nolan Gorman. That's how we're up 2-0. It's Brian Bayo in his 5th inning of work. Gets a ground out, allows a single, allows another single. Fielder's choice, 2 men on, 2 men out for Gurriel, and he ties the game with a 2-run triple. Luis Robert, we're going to pitch around him. He ends up flying out. So we are tied halfway through regulation here. And we're going to get a new arm on the mound here, Jimmy Lambert. 4.45 ERA in 93 innings. Willie Guzman to lead things off. We got a 4-seam, a slider, a changeup, and a 12-6 from Lambert.
At the belt and fires.
And a swing and a miss. Fooled on the slider. 1 out.
Got him for strike 3. Elijah Green digging in for the Nationals. 1 for 1 with a single so far. And the righty deals. And there's
Elijah Green has a 2-1 count.
That's in there.
2-2 now.
2.
And a swing and a miss. Back-to-back punch-outs, 2 away.
So the Nats line.
There's C.J. Abrams.
Now it's the shortstop, C.J. Abrams.
He's got 1-2 count.
That misses. 2-2.
And that shot the other way to left, but right at Crawford. 4 out, number 3. So we go 1-2-3 in the bottom of the 5th. Still tied at 2. Bev's at 72 pitches right now. He's got, I think, at least 1 more left in him. Sheets strikes out. Semien flies out. Black hits a double. Harry Ford grounds out. So we avoid any real damage in the top of the 6th. Here's Robert Hassel. Had that double in the 1st inning and then struck out. I strike him out, throw him out his last time up. And that time we are fooled on a changeup.
And 1 gone.
1 away.
Here's Vladimir Guerrero Jr. He's already homered.
Here's Vladdy.
This one.
As one of our 2 homers.
Swing and a miss.
That's not a homer.
2 strikes.
One thing on his mind right there with that swing. He's trying to go deep.
And we strike out again on a curveball in the dirt this time. Throw down the first to complete the strikeout.
Out number 2. That's a strikeout.
Well, maybe approaching
Suddenly striking out a lot. Here's Nolan Gorman hit the other home run.
You just got to let the game come to you.
And
Part of the back-to-back blast with him and Vladdy.
Swing and a miss.
Behind on the fastball.
I think he was sitting off speed.
2-2.
Here comes a pitch. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. That misses.
Full count now.
Counts full, 3-2. The 3-2 is
and
off
that's
the
outside for ball
edge,
4,
and
so
that
Gorman
is ball
draws
4.
a 2-out walk.
He earned his trip to first right there. It's not
And
easy.
here's Hunter Renfroe.
Just missed the zone like that. And it's a real discipline as well. He's put a lot
And that's
of work
a
into
ground
that
ball
aspect
to
of
the
his
left
game, and it
side,
paid off right
gloved
there.
by the third
Hits it
baseman
across,
for out
and
number
Renfroe
3.
is retired. And that is that.
We are still tied at 2 after 6.
Back here in Nationals.
Bayo at 88 pitches. Can definitely stretch him for another few batters, I think. Brian Ramos. Singles. Landon Stevens strikes out. Justin Crawford strikes out. One more batter. Gurriel singles and sends Ramos down to third. That is going to do it for the day for Brian Bayo. We are going to put Chris Flexen in.
Now pitching for the Nationals.
And he gets Robert to ground out, so no real damage in the 7th. Bayo goes 6 2/3 rather, only allowing 2 runs. Bottom of the 7th, Ryan McMahon to lead things off. He doubled his last time up.
Delivers. Strike 2.
Well, these Nats, as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. Chasing pitches has been a big part of the story. We've seen it quite a bit today. It's been tough for them to make contact at times, and it just doesn't look like they're seeing it very well as a group.
And he deals. That's off the mark.
Full count
and
now.
a full count now.
And on the mound, you know confidence has to be pretty high with all of the swings and misses. He's had them.
And that's hit pretty well in the center. Back goes Robert at the track, at the wall, and it's off the top of the wall.
Robert hustles it back
And
in.
Ryan
Go ahead, run
McMahon
into
has his
scoring
second
position as
double
he
of the day.
stops at second.
Missed a home run by
Everything
mere
came together
inches
for
that
him.
time.
Just a cookie down the middle. I mean, those are the ones you dream about. The ones in the cage, you're just
You know what we
hoping
might
you
do
get
here?
the ball game. Right down the middle, not a whole lot of velocity, right on top of it.
I think we're going to have Rafael Lantigua
Substitution now at second
pinch
base.
run for Ryan
Pinch
McMahon.
run, Rafael Lantigua. Go ahead run in scoring position. Nobody out.
Philip Kuhn at the plate. He's got a 1-1 count.
Now it's going to be Philip Kuhn. The 1-1 is fouled off. The 1-2.
As a pitcher, you know the runner on second is ready to push things with his speed. A base hit's probably going to be a big run, so you really have to execute on the mound.
That's a little dribbler back to the mound.
In plenty of
Kuhn
time
is going to be thrown out.
and
Good
one
base
away,
running that
bottom of the
time by Lantigua to head down to
catcher
third
comes
base
up to hit.
as the
Willie
go-ahead run.
Guzman.
The infield is in. Here's Willie Guzman.
The 1-1.
2-1 now.
Runner on at third, one gone.
Definitely a strikeout situation right here. Lots of ways for that go-ahead run to score if the ball's put in play.
That one fouled off.
I think ultimately you want to tie him up, get the ball in on the plate so that he can't get the barrel to it and hit it to the outfield.
And here it comes. Good
Full
eye
count
right
now.
there.
This is a really good feeling for a hitter. At this point in the ball game, you know that they don't want to walk you, so you're.
And that is line for a base hit in the right field. That's going to give us the lead.
From third, it's
Lantigua
3-2.
scores. RBI knocked from Willie Guzman. 3-2.
Anytime you rip a line
And now
drive,
here's
you have
Elijah
to
Green
feel
trying to
really
keep the inning
good
going.
What you did at the plate, you trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there.
And now here is Elijah Green. And a pitch. Swing and a miss.
Wow.
2-2.
Good luck catching up to that one.
And that's a pop-up behind the plate. Ford doesn't even have to move.
Brings it in.
2 outs.
2 down. C.J. Abrams.
Back to the top of our order. C.J. Abrams at the plate now.
And the pitch. Swing and a miss.
Way out in front of that changeup. 1-2. And we are caught looking on the corner there. But we do push one more across. Willie Guzman with an RBI single. We are back on top, 3-2. Rafael Lantigua will stay in at third base. We're going to go with a pitching change here. A.J. Puck is going to come in. He gets Gavin Sheets ground out. Marcus Semien strikes out. Tyler Black walks. Harry Ford grounds out. So we are still up 3-2, heading into the bottom of the 8th. Would love to score some insurance runs as A.J. Alexi comes into the game. He's sporting a 6.54 ERA in 28 games, which means he's probably going to strike us out in order. Robert Hassel, 1 for 3 on the day. And that's a high pop-up, foul territory. Ford went away.
1 down. Vladimir
There's Vladdy as that home run.
He's already
1 for 3 on the day. And that's a high pop-up. Not very deep. Gavin Sheets comes in and puts it away for out number 2. Nolan Gorman, 1 for 2 with a home run. He's also drawn a walk.
Next offering is in for a strike.
And that's a ground ball the other way to Black at third. And the throw takes the first baseman off the bat. And Nolan Gorman's going to reach on an error. And you know what? Since he's our DH, we might as well pinch run for him. Although, who do I want pinch run? Colton Wong, slow as shit. I'm trying to give James Wood the day off. And Hebert Ruiz, who doesn't run well either. You know what, I'm playing James Wood in.
Substitution being made at first. Coming in as the pinch runner, James Wood.
2-2 to count here to Hunter Renfroe with 2 out. And the count's now full, so with the full count and 2 outs, Wood will be off on the pitch. And that's going to be a ground ball through the middle for a base hit. And with Wood on the move, he will head down to third easily. And a big insurance runs aboard at third. We have 2 men on, 2 men out for Rafael Lantigua. He has a 3-2 count. With 2 outs, Renfroe will be in motion. And Lantigua shoots one the other way into right. Sheets is heading back, but should have a play on it, and he does. Just shy of the warning track. 4 out, number 3, so we leave a couple men stranded. But we have a 1-run lead heading into the top of the 9th. Which means it's time for our closer. Not Jordan Hicks, but Dylan Coleman. Facing the 8-9 hitters due up. Brian Ramos strikes out. Landon Stevens strikes out. Justin Crawford grounds out a 1-2-3-9 to nail down the save for Dylan Coleman. 3-2 your final score here in game 1.
And you start to gain this momentum. And you think that you're never going to lose a game again because things are clicking up and down the lineup. Pitchers are pitching. Guys are making the plays defensively. This is the kind of feeling, it's not going to last all season long, but you want to ride it as long as you possibly can. Perhaps push it up to double digits.
A 3-2 final score in this one. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew here at MLB The Show, thanks for stopping by. I'm John Shambi.
Okay, so offensively, I mean, Gorman and Vladdy went back-to-back. Vladdy now has 39 jacks on the year. Nolan Gorman hit the big 3-0. Brian Bayo, 6 2/3, 2 runs, 8 hits, 6 punch-outs, 1 walk. Bullpen did a pretty good job. Actually, our bullpen didn't allow a single hit. Or a run, for that matter. Good win. We are now riding a 5-game win streak. Okay, and let's go ahead and jump into the middle game of the series. We'll wear home whites this time. Jordan Montgomery on the mound, who needs a day off. Hunter Renfroe needs a day off. Elijah Green will get another start. Man, we are a pretty lefty-heavy lineup. Yep, that's going to be our starting lineup. Look at how many guys are swinging a hot bat in our lineup.
Live from Nationals Park in Washington, D.C., MLB The Show has interleague action for you this afternoon. It's the Chicago White Sox and the Washington Nationals. All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. And now the shorts.
Okay, we're going to quick manage the pitching again. Cole Young grounds out. Justin Crawford pops out. Andrew Vaughn pops out. 1, 2, 3, first inning for Jordan Montgomery.
C.J. Abrams.
C.J. Abrams will lead things off, but first, the Chicago White Sox defense presented to you by Subaru, the official car of lesbians. We will get to that after the next pitch, because I released R3. As Abrams pops this one up, I wish I knew who the second baseman was, but
He's there. He's got it.
there's out number one. All right, let's try this again. In the outfield, left to right. Kerry Carpenter in left. Yordis Gurriel Jr. getting the start in center, and Gavin Sheets in right. In the infield, first to third, Andrew Vaughn at first, Tyler Black at second, Cole Young at short, Brian Ramos at third, and Matthew Nelson does the catching for Christian Mena. And again, the White Sox defense is brought to you by Subaru, Subaru, the official car of lesbians. Here's Robert Hassel III.
And there's the strike.
And that's going to be a little dribbler, a swinging bunt of sorts. Off the mound comes Mena. And he gets the speedy Hassel. 4 out, number 2.
Homered in the ball game yesterday.
Here's Vladdy.
The 1-1. And that's a little bit high. And there's ball 4.
And that's ball 4. 2 out walk for Vladdy here. Weren't really given a good pitch to hit, but take it. 1 out, or 1 on, 2 out for Gorman. Way out in front of that changeup, or that curveball. I can't talk, dude. It's the alcohol. 1 and 2 now.
And a ball and 2 strikes. Oh, he hit him.
And that hits him right in the asshole.
Pretty flush. He had 2 strikes on him.
And he's going to be bleeding when he tries to take a dump later. 2 on, 2 out for James Wood. Had the day off in game 1.
Decapitated by a foul ball at Old Tiger Stadium. Now here is James Wood. 2 on, 2 outs.
And I don't know why we swung at that.
Well, pretty clear to me. He's trying to go deep right there, but you've got to get a pitch that you can handle.
And that's rope right field. Back goes Sheets at the track at the wall and gone. Goodbye. A 3-run line drive shot from James Wood.
And they grab the lead. It's 3-0.
It's 3-0. The field goal is good.
He saw exactly where that was going to be. The challenge, not get over.
And now here's Ryan McMahon. He had a good game in game 1. Hit a couple doubles. Missed a homer by a couple feet on one of his doubles.
Ryan McMahon steps to the plate.
And that's going to be a ground ball. Over to Black at second.
Over to first. Play made.
And that'll end the inning, but James Wood goes yard. 3-run tank. 3-0.
All set for the start of the.
Jordan Montgomery back out on the mound for the second. Gavin Sheets grounds out. Kerry Carpenter flies out. Gurriel singles. Tyler Black flies out.
And now it's
still 3-0 here in the bottom of the second. There's Keibert Ruiz getting his first start of the series.
Next one misses, and a count 2-1.
And that's shot into center. Gurriel coming in, puts it away for out number 1.
Here's the second baseman, Philip Kuhn. Good defender. He's been inconsistent offensively.
There's Philip Kuhn.
2-1 now.
That's a ground ball over the first baseman, 2 away.
2 up, 2 down. Next to hit for the Nats.
Now here's Elijah Green getting his second straight start.
The 1-1. Pop foul out of play off to the right. And now it's 1-2.
And that's a swing and a miss. Green goes down swinging.
1, 2, 3.
Hey man, yeah, no problem for missing streams. I just appreciate you tuning in anytime you can. Welcome aboard. We're in the second game of our series if you're just tuning in. We won game 1. 3-2 was the final score, and we're up 3-0 here in the third. We'll go ahead and we're quick managing the pitching and doing all the hitting. We allow a leadoff double there, though, followed by a ground out, another ground out, and an RBI double by Crawford. So the White Sox are on the board. Andrew Vaughn looks like he's singled, but runner was thrown out at the plate, so we're still up 3-1.
He popped out his first time.
We're back to the top of our order with C.J. Abrams.
It's been a rough start on the mound for this guy. His third inning so important for him to get on track, turn the page, settle in, do all those things you need to do to give your team a little bit of length.
Way out in front of that changeup.
Swing and a miss.
Changeup's been giving me a hard time. 2-2.
And that's in the dirt.
Didn't fool me that time. Full count. And that's a ground ball the other way.
Whips it to first.
1 out.
Leadoff man retired here in the third.
And here's Robert Hassel the third.
It's coming out of a pitcher's hand. The way it comes out of his hand as an infielder. Wow, really impressive.
The 1-2.
And way out in front of that changeup. 2 outs.
Here's Vladimir Guerrero.
Here's Vladdy.
Jr. The walk and a run scored his first time. And a swing and a miss there.
2-2. I cannot hit that changeup. You gotta sit back.
Got him.
But then
That's
when you
the
sit
third
back
out.
and he paints the corner with a fastball, that's what happens. 3 up, 3 down. We're still up 3-1 though after 3. Montgomery back out for the fourth, allows a leadoff single to Gavin Sheets. Kerry Carpenter hits into a fielder's choice. Gurriel strikes out. Tyler Black reaches on an error. 2 on, 2 out for Brian Ramos, but he grounds out. Montgomery avoids any real damage. There's Nolan Gorman. Got hit straight in the asshole his last time up. And we swing and miss at, you guessed it, a changeup.
At the plate, and patience definitely seems to be the name of their game in this one. It's not just the 3 runs
Tried
they've already
painting
scored.
with the fastball there, but it's low. 2-2.
He started to throw more pitches than he wanted to at this point of the game.
That's a high fly ball in the left, but not particularly deep. Carpenter comes in. 1 out.
The grab, 1 down.
And
there's James Wood, hit a screaming line drive for a 3-run shot.
May force the bullpen to get involved a little
first.
sooner rather than later.
The next offering misses, and a count 2-1.
And that's hit hard the other way, but right at the third baseman, Ramos.
Already
2 out.
Gone here in the home fourth.
Now here's Ryan
Two outs,
McMahon.
Base is empty. Up now for Washington. Ryan McMahon grounded out his first time. The next pitch misses.
Fastball's a little low. 2-1.
This is important. If he can go 1, 2, 3 here, will be a very positive sign for him and for his team.
And that's hit hard. Left center field. Back goes Carpenter onto the warning track and in front of the wall, puts it away. 4 out, number 3. So McMahon gives it a ride, but comes up short. And we are through 4. It is still 3-1.
Washington, D.C.
Montgomery at 65 pitches right now. Comfortably has another inning left in him as he strikes out Nelson. Young ends up walking. Justin Crawford also walks. Andrew Vaughn hits a 2-run double. We are tied, and that's going to do it for Jordan Montgomery. Not a great outing for him. We're going to put Tanner Scott in. He strikes out Sheets, and strikes out Carpenter to end the inning. But we are tied at 3 halfway through regulation now. Hebert Ruiz leads things off here.
2 balls and a strike. Here it comes. And it's strike 2.
He's got 2-2 count now.
This is where you're looking for that shutdown inning. Get that hot team back in there to swing the bats.
And that's down and away.
Count runs full.
He had a little trouble back in the first, but it's been a different story the rest of the way. Really settled into this outing.
And that's a little jam shot out to short. Young puts it away for out number 1.
No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And there's 1 down.
1 out now for Philip Kuhn.
Grounded out his first time up.
And that's a ground ball. Young again at short. He's been busy. 2 up, 2 down.
For the 5th inning, moving along, 2 quick outs.
And here's Elijah Green. Struck out in his first appearance.
He's
got 3-2 count here. And we hit a real screamer in front of the plate. The catcher throws on to first, and it's a quick 1-2-3 inning. And we are still tied at 3 after 5.
Back here.
Go ahead and quick manage the pitching. We're going to put a new reliever in. The question is who? I think we're going to go Eli Morgan. Gurriel singles. Tyler Black pops out. Brian Ramos strikes out. Nelson got a stolen base from Gurriel there. I don't know how that happens. He's slow as shit. But Nelson strikes out, so no real damage there in the 6th.
Back to the top of the lineup. Now
So we're still tied at 3.
C.J.
Top of our order, C.J. Abrams.
And a 1-1. Inside, just missed.
Still only have 1 hit in the game, and it was James Wood's 3-run shot. And that's roped into center, but that's going to be right at Gurriel for out number 1. We've had a few of those hard hit balls that go right to someone. Here's Robert Hassel III.
And 1-2.
He's got 1-2 count.
Fastballs. Look for him to slow it down right here ahead in the count.
And we are completely fooled on that curveball, per usual to us.
And that quickly 2 away. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. digging in for the Nationals. A strikeout.
Here's Vladdy.
Next
That's
pitch misses
inside. League in your simulation looks so different. Yeah, we are in the year 2027 right now.
Swings
way out in front of that changeup. And this is also 23 the show, of course, too. So, you know, the past 2 free agent off-seasons or off-season moves haven't happened. And that is scorched, but right at Young at short. For out number 3. Another hard hit ball that goes right to someone. And we are still tied at 3 after 6. All right, we'll do a pitching change here. We are going to put Brooks Raley in. Gets a fly out, gets Crawford to ground out. Andrew Vaughn grounds out 1, 2, 3, 7th inning for Brooks Raley. And we got a new arm, old friend Kyle Finnegan on the mound for the Chi Sox. 4.14 ERA in 57 games so far. Hey, what's up, man? Thanks for tuning in.
Nolan Gorman.
All right, we still only have 1 hit, but we're tied at 3. Nolan Gorman to lead things off. We got Kyle Finnegan still pumping triple digits. That 2-seam runs up to 102. Slider and a splitter. And that's in there, 1-2. Did I see Aaron Judge today? No. What did I miss? Or is there a joke here that I'm not getting? And that's a little looper left center field. And Carpenter makes the catch on the run for out number 1.
And here is James Wood. He's already homered here in this one.
Well, here's James Wood, has our only hit of the game, the 3-run homer.
Next pitch is downstairs.
At this point in the game, you
no joke, he looked decent.
He's gonna have to challenge this hitter.
He's decent for sure.
Good plate appearance.
I hope he grows a beard.
Able to take the walk.
Pretty easy walk
Yeah,
right there.
the Yankees just got rid of their facial hair rule like a few days ago, and it was the dumbest rule in all of
Next hit
sports.
for the Nats, Ryan McMahon.
Anyways, here's Ryan McMahon.
The pitch. And a count 1-2.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, try to stay out of a double play here.
The 1-2.
And that's hit pretty well in the left. Back goes Carpenter at the wall, and that's going to go off the wall. We're going to try to send the runner home from first, and James Wood will score, and we are up 4-3. RBI double for Ryan McMahon. That's just our second hit of the ball game. Well, we're up 4-3. Here's Keeper Ruiz.
So frustrating when you see a good pitch and your hands roll over. It was on the
2-1 count now.
And he approached it perfectly.
We've hit the ball hard quite a few times. It just always goes right to someone. But yeah, Yankees facial hair rule. I wish when Johnny Damon left the Red Sox in 05 to 06, he signed as a free agent, of course. I wish they implemented it then, because he literally looked like Jesus Christ.
If guys will chase it, that's just too much velocity. Hitter's got to look down in the zone.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Swings through it, and that's
I mean, Johnny Damon. 2 outs.
Now it's the second baseman, Philip Kuhn.
All right. Man on second. Here's Philip Kuhn.
Next offering is in
1
for
and
a
2.
strike.
And we go down. Swinging, but we push across one more run. 4 runs on just 2 hits. 4-3 after 7. Gotta go ahead and quick manage this. Who do I want to put in? Pitching change. We're going to put AJ Puck in. Ground out. A ground out. Single. Pinch runner. Tyler Black. Singles. We got 2 men on, 2 men out for Brian Ramos. He strikes out. So we're able to get out of the 8th. Would love to push across some more runs here. For a blowout or whenever, you should make C.J. Abrams play center field. He can play it in his secondary. Yeah, I've seen him. I've seen it listed as a secondary position for him. I don't think I've ever tried him there in center field. I do have, well, not quite a bit of outfielders, but yeah, it's something to consider, I guess. Good luck. Have a good night. Thank you. Thanks for tuning in, as always. All right, Elijah Green to lead things off against Jose Leclerc, former Rangers closer. He's got 4-seam, a slider, a changeup, and a cutter. Elijah Green to lead things off. And we swing and miss at the low changeup. What else is new? 1 and 2.
Get by most people at that position. Just really impressive, because there's certain times the ball comes off the bat, automatically that team that hit it thinks that they've got a base hit, or they may have extra bases, and he just takes it away.
That's a close pitch, but full count.
Upstairs. And what makes him even quicker is the fact that he's so dialed in on the pitch as it's moving through the hitting zone. He can see how that hitter's lined up, what he's trying to do,
we'll do it again,
and where that pitch is going to end up, which gives him that really quick first step, and that's why he makes so many great plays.
And that's hit pretty well in the left, but it looks like it's going to stay in the yard. Carpenter on the warning track. 1 away.
Good pitch.
That's the furthest Elijah Green will probably ever hit it. Back to the top of our order with C.J. Abrams.
C.J. Abrams kicks and deals.
And that is smashed into center. And Gurriel with a diving attempt can't get it. We're going to try for second with Abrams, and he's actually going to get there pretty easily. So a 1-out double for C.J. Abrams. Just our 3rd hit of the ball game. Now we got a man in scoring position, 1 out for Hassel.
Put a great swing on it, and man, he wasn't fooled at all.
Digging in, Robert Hassel.
And that's going to be a ground ball over to second. Hassel will be thrown out. Abrams advances down to 3rd. Do I watch NHL hockey? Honestly, not really. I'll watch the playoffs. And like really only the Stanley Cup Finals. But yeah, I just never got into hockey really, or basketball. I do watch football and baseball pretty religiously though.
Right-hander kicks, deals.
That's inside. 2-1.
And another ball.
3-1.
3-1 now. And ball 4.
That's ball 4. Vladdy is a board. Men on the corners, 2 outs.
It's the second time he's taken ball 4.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm one of those people. I've thought about getting into hockey or basketball, but I'm honestly one of those people where if I get into a sport, I want to be like really into it, like a diehard, and I just don't have the time or energy to get into a new sport.
And a 2-1 on the way.
And Gorman hits one hard, and that finds a hole in the center field. They'll push in another run as Abrams scores. We're now up by 2, as that's a huge insurance run, 5-3. Now 2 on, 2 out for James Wood. He has a 3-run jack in this game already.
Next to hit, James Wood.
That slider's at the top of the zone, 2-2. Nice hit, thank you. I agree. And we swing and miss at the low changeup. What else is new?
Welcome back. New inning getting started. Now it's the White Sox catcher, Matt Nelson.
Okay. Oh, whoops. I did not mean to do that. That's okay. We can still quick manage. All right. Pitching change. We are putting Dylan Coleman in.
Now pitching for the Nationals.
It's been a long time since I joined. Yeah, thanks for tuning in, man. Hey, whether you join in for a minute or the whole stream, doesn't really make a difference to me. Anyways, Dylan Coleman in the close. The 9th strikes out Nelson. Cole Young walks. Justin Crawford hits an RBI triple. It is a 1-run game. Andrew Vaughn walks. I might have to take him out. Who do I put in, though? We're going to put Chris Flexen in. Tying runs at third. A caught stealing. I don't know why you would steal there. And we get out of it. So Dylan Coleman can't finish in the 9th, but Chris Flexen does for what I imagine is probably his first save of the year. And we hold on with another 1-run win. We win games 1 and 2 of the series. 1 more to go. We only had 4 hits in the entire game, but we made our hits count.
Here today, and your final 5-4. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. Thanks for joining us.
So Jordan Montgomery only went 4 1/3, 3 earned, 6 hits, 2 punch-outs, 2 walks. Not the sharpest from him. Dylan Coleman's really the only guy in our bullpen who ran into trouble. Only allowed 1 run, but did walk a couple guys. We were really in danger of blowing that game, but Chris Flexen does pick up his first save of the year. That was a dumb decision, these AI bots. Yes, that was... I don't know why you would steal in that situation, but, I mean, I guess I won't complain. All right, and we are on a 6-game winning streak as we swept the Atlanta Braves in 4 games, and we are going to try and complete the sweep of the Chicago White Sox in 3 games. And we are going to wear our City Connect uniforms, which I'm still mad at the Nationals for retiring those this year. Let's see, who do I want to give a day off? I think we have a day off the next day, so all these guys with kind of low energy levels, I mean, they should have some time to recuperate. Although CJ Abrams isn't able to hit anything right now, it seems like. No, he had a double. We'll go ahead and keep our standard lineup. But yeah, I think the Nationals City Connects are probably my favorites, or at least they were. All right, we'll go ahead and quick manage the pitching. Cole Young strikes out. Yordis Gurriel singles. Luis Robert singles. 2 on, 1 out for Gavin Sheets. He hits a 2-run triple, down 2-0 RA. Kerry Carpenter grounds out, and we get a fly out. So we are in the hole 2-0 before we even take our first at-bat. And here is CJ Abrams. Efrain Contreras on the mound.
The 1-1. And that's downstairs and outside.
Well, after putting up a nice inning on offense,
I'm curious, do you like flying or aviation? I know nothing about airplanes, not gonna lie to you.
Don't give that other team any hope.
Abrams floats one into center field. Robert puts it away for out number 1.
Robert Hassel III digging in for
Here's Robert Hassel III.
He was hitless in 4 at-bats yesterday. 3-1.
And that's ball 4.
Now, this was a story we were paying attention
One
to
man
before
on,
the game.
1 man
We've
out. Let's
seen
take a
it
look at the
give
White
up
Sox
walks in the
defense,
past,
brought
and
to you
it's
by
an issue
Subaru.
once
Subaru, the
again
official
early
car of
on.
lesbians. In the outfield, left to right, Kerry Carpenter in left, Luis Robert in center, Gavin Sheets over in right. In the infield, first to third, Andrew Vaughn at first, Marcus Semien getting the start at second, Cole Young at short, Tyler Black at third, and Harry Ford, former president of the United States, doing the catching for Contreras. Again, that's brought to you by Subaru, the official car of lesbians. Yes, that is a real
Vladimir
sponsorship.
Guerrero Jr. now.
And Vladdy hits one 110 miles an hour off of Semien's glove, and that somehow turns into a double play.
Killing to end the inning.
He turned the double play, but it cost him his left hand. Still 2-0 after 1. We go ahead and quick manage this. Semien, who is batting with a broken hand, strikes out. That's probably why. Black also strikes out, and Ford also strikes out. Yeah, no way that's a double play. I wasn't paying attention to how hard that was hit off the bat, but that was hit hard. Goes off his glove because it was hit so hard. And yeah, it's a double play. I've been screwed worse, but still.
1-2 now. Swing
And
a miss. Struck
we're
him
fooled
out.
on that
And that's
curveball,
the
1
first
out.
Hunter Renfroe at the plate.
Hunter Renfroe at the plate now. That's a
In the air to
high
left
fly ball in the
center.
left, but
Carpenter
not all that deep.
settles
Kerry
underneath it.
Carpenter,
2 down.
2 out.
2 outs, base is empty. Next to him for the Nats.
Here's James Wood.
Homered in the ball game yesterday afternoon. 2 down, nobody on. Swings through
Behind
that
on
one
the
for
heater.
strike 2.
1 and 2.
Fastball right by him, slightly elevated. That's a confidence boost for this guy out there on the mound. See if he continues to climb the ladder.
That one at 95, missed up top. 2 balls, 2 strikes to count with 2 outs. Just off the outside part of the plate.
Full count
Really
now.
good take, especially with 2 strikes.
3-2 now.
And that's a ground ball, but what a play.
Sends it
Who
to
is that,
first.
Greg Maddux on the
That's
mound?
third out, inning over.
So we have been robbed by a couple of great defensive plays, and that's why it's still 2-0. As we face the top of the White Sox order, Cole Young strikes out. Gurriel grounds out. Robert reaches on a single. Gavin Sheets strikes out. So still
Ryan
2-0.
McMahon steps to the plate.
Here in the bottom of the third, Ryan McMahon went deep. Did he go deep? I can't remember.
Swings through that one out in front that
The only thing I
time.
remember is whipping at curveballs and changeups. That shot the other way, but foul. Now, I think he hit an RBI double last game. He has like 3 doubles in the series, I think.
And a 1-2. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. And a 1-2. Goes down swinging for the strikeout.
Depth taxes
that's
and me
strikeout
looking
number
foolish on a
100
curveball.
the year.
1 away.
And now it's Keibert Ruiz.
Speaking of which, I have to do my taxes. Anyways,
So now 1 and
Keibert
2.
Ruiz gets fooled on an off-speed pitch. What else is new? 1 and 2 now.
1 down, base is empty. Next offering misses down and away.
Recognize that changeup right out of the hand. Just spit on it.
And that is
Swing
a
and
jam
the ball
shot out to
lifted
left.
left
Carpenter
field.
comes in a little bit. 2 outs.
Number 2. Up now for Washington, Philip Kuhn.
Now here's Philip Kuhn.
Over 6 in the series so far. Ball to strike. The pitch.
Ooh, on the inside corner. 1 and 2.
Part of the plate. Very difficult pitch for the hitter to get on plane with. You can have a lot of success if you can pitch in that location.
Righty delivers. And the 1-2 misses to even the count.
And it's a little dribbler right back to the pitcher. And we are going to go 1, 2, 3 once again
That ends the frame.
in the bottom of the third. Still 2-0 after
Back
3.
here at the ballpark.
As we get Carpenter to fly out, Vaughn to ground out, and Semien to strike out. A 1-2-3 inning for Josiah Gray. We're still down 2-0.
Deepest part of the outfield his first time.
Here's C.J. Abrams.
The pitch.
And that's hit hard, but right to Semien at second.
Tosses to first.
1 out.
Leadoff hitter retired in the fourth.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out
Now
of
here's
the air.
Robert Hassel,
Defense work behind him.
our only base runner of the game so far. He walked back in the first.
Ball to strike. Swings through that one.
Behind the fastball, 1-2.
His very best out there on the mound to bring that win streak to a halt.
Righty to the plate. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. The Nationals hitless so far in the game. Next offering is downstairs.
Close pitch.
It's a good take.
And it's a little looper. Shallow left field.
On the move. No trouble here.
Young puts it away, 4 out, number 2.
2 away down. Here's Vladimir Guerrero Jr. He's 0 for 1.
Here's Vladdy hitting to that ridiculous double play back in the first.
That's inside.
And that one's hit hard. That's not going to be a double play. We'll see what it is. It's a home run. That's what it is. I didn't think that had enough to get out. That's Vladdy's 40th home run of the year.
That's an impressive swing of the bat to go over the wall to the opposite field gap.
Oppo taco there from Vladdy for his 40th. 399 feet. It's a 1-run game. Nolan Gorman's at the plate. 1-2 count.
And now, Nolan Gorman
And
in the dirt.
we are fooled on a curveball in the dirt again.
So the drop third strike doesn't hurt him, and that's that.
But we do get one back. It's 2-1 after 4.
Nationals Park.
How many pitches is Gray at? He's at 63. We allow a leadoff double to Black. And Harrison Ford, former U.S. president, hits a 2-run homer. We're down 4-1. Young strikes out, a ground out, and another ground out. So now we are down 4-1.
He's 0 for 1.
Hunter Renfroe at the plate.
Next pitch misses, and that's ball 2. And that's too high.
Well, these guys have had a hard time scoring in this one. The guy out there on the mound wants to keep attacking, make sure that they don't get any confidence.
In for a strike, now it's 3-2. That one misses, so a leadoff walk.
Got lucky there.
Here's the center fielder,
So our leadoff man is aboard. Here's James Wood. And it's a line drive, but caught by Young. 4 out, number 1.
Great hops right there, Boog. He timed it just right to bring that liner down, and he saved it.
There's Ryan McMahon. 1 man on, 1 man out.
Swinging a foul over the screen and back out of play. That misses the zone, and it's 2-2.
No, he's really working him away this at bat. Sometimes take a little bit off velocity, try to get a rollover. Something
and a swing and a miss at the curveball, 2 away.
On the right side of the infield.
Now here is
Keibert Ruiz.
Fly to left his first time up.
2 out, man on first.
That misses the zone. Ball 2.
And that's a ground ball, but right at Semien at second. And that's going to end the inning. We're through 5. We're down 4-1.
Back in Washington.
We're going to keep Gray out for another few hitters. Gets a strikeout of Sheets and a solo homer for Kerry Carpenter to extend the White Sox lead 5-1. That's going to do it for Josiah Gray. We'll throw Eli Morgan in. Gets a strikeout of Andrew Vaughn and a ground out of Marcus Semien, but we are now down by 4. Bottom of the 6th. Philip Kuhn, our number 9 man, to lead things off.
They've got a potent lineup.
He's got 3-1
Think
count.
about teams capable of rallying from this kind of deficit. They're right at the top of the list. The 3-1. And he walked
And
it.
that's inside, ball
Pitch
4.
count's getting up there now, and
Another
not saying
leadoff
that's the
walk.
reason for this walk.
And we're back
This is
to the
point
top
in
of our
game
order.
when every
CJ
side
Abrams
radio
0 for
starts to
2
get
with fly out and a
everyone's
ground out.
attention.
Nobody out. Runner at first.
And that's shot the other way, but
This
foul.
guy's definitely looking
1 and
for
2.
a big swing of the bat right here. Try to close that gap, but you know, at the very least, if you could find a way to manufacture that run from first, it feels like it's really important to getting back into this ball game.
Left-hand hitter waits. That one drifts inside.
Well, he might have to look for a different put-away pitch right here, 2-2. He's already seen the curveball a couple of times in this at-bat.
And that's going to be a ground ball. This could be 2. Semi into second for 1 and on to first. A 4-6-3 double play. Just like that. Bases are empty. 2 out.
Tougher than these guys make it look sometimes, because no matter how you do it,
Here's Robert Hassel the third.
is a tough one. That's where footwork really comes
And
into
that's
play.
a
Right there,
fly ball into
very
center.
well done.
Robert doesn't even have to
And puts the
move.
squeeze on that.
And that does it
that's
for the
inning.
6th. Still 5-1 after 6.
And welcome back.
We're going to put in a new pitcher. Brooks Raley will come in. It's a ground out, a double, pop out, and a ground out. So a scoreless 7th from him.
Guerrero Jr. getting ready to hit. He's
Vladdy to
already
lead things
homered
off.
in
He
this
has our
game.
only hit of the game so far, and it's a solo homer.
Next one is off the plate. 2-1.
Man, he's been really good. About to hit that 100 pitch mark here in the 7th. Man, we'll see how far they're going to ride him.
And Vladdy!
Oh, now this one's
His
high
second
and
bomb of the
deep.
day,
Way
and
back
this one's a
there.
no-doubter.
On its way, gone.
It's a 3-run
His
game now.
second home run of the game, and they slice into the lead.
He has
It's
41
5-2.
on the year now.
The jet stream on a line drive.
422
Solid numbers
feet.
on the backs of the jerseys of the
100.4 off the
outfielders,
bat.
Hugely bad moves, and all of a sudden they're back in this ball game.
And that's going to do it
Change here.
for their
A.J.
starter for the day. A.J.
On for the
Alexi
30th
comes
time
into the
this
game.
year.
Again,
And next will be
6.39
the
ERA,
cleanup
so he's probably going to
Nolan
look like
Gorman.
Cy Young against us. Down by 3, Nolan Gorman at the plate.
1-1. Late that time, and it's strike 2.
Always exciting to see a leadoff home run in an inning. Kind of gets the offense fired up, and you start to expect a big inning.
Pitch misses there. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
The idea was right, looking to locate that fastball up and in. He just missed his spot a little bit.
And
a swing and a miss.
Now 1 away.
Down on the changeup again, 1 out.
Now it's Hunter Renfroe.
Here's Hunter Renfroe.
The line to the pitch. And it is 2-1. And it's fouled away. The 2-2 now. In
And
the dirt.
we go down on the curveball again.
Time Duvall.
2 outs.
And Renfroe is retired. Next to hit for the Nats, James Wood.
There's James Wood, 3-2, 2 outs.
Line in the pitch. Got him
And we
looking.
are frozen
That's out
on the
number 3.
fastball. 4 out, number 3. Vladdy does hit an absolute titanic shot, though, to cut into the deficit a little bit. 5-2. Go ahead and quick manage this. Pitching change. Let's put Tanner Scott in. Luis Robert hits a solo homer. We're back down by 4. Gavin Sheets flies out. A ground out from Kerry Carpenter. Andrew Vaughn singles. Semien strikes out. So we're back down by 4.
Now it's going to be
Down to our last
McMahon,
6 outs.
who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts.
Ryan McMahon's 0 for 2 with 2 punch-outs.
Swing and a miss, and he is
That
down on
curveball
strikes
falls
for
off the table.
third straight at bat. Hebert Ruiz.
Not a great day for
getting
McMahon.
into the
Not a great day
Nationals.
for me. Not a great day for anyone. Here's Keibert Ruiz.
Here's a 1-1. And there's a ball. Sets him down
And that's
on
strike three.
Strike three called on a slider at the knees. Philip Kuhn digging in for the Nationals.
2 out. Here's Philip Kuhn.
Well, they've kept him pretty quiet in this series. Still doesn't have a knock. I know you want to get that first knock out of the way. Maybe more will come, but you got to give some credit to the pitching staff.
And that's a ground ball through the middle for a base hit. So we have our first hit that's not a home run. It's a 2-out single for Philip Kuhn here in the 8th.
Here's the shortstop at the plate.
Back to the top of our order with C.J. Abrams.
Pitch misses there, and that's ball 2. Kuhn off of first with 2 away. Next offering clips the zone count even at 2. 2 outs. And now the count.
Full count, 2 outs. Kuhn will be off on the pitch.
RBI spot here. Just got to stay focused on the pitch. The runner will be in motion, so something in the gap should definitely score.
And that shot, but
gets a
foul.
piece and stays alive.
And that's hit well into center, but caught by Robert for out number 3. Still down by 4 after 8.
All set.
Go ahead and quick manage this. We will put Cade Cavalli in, mop up the 9th. Gets a ground out. He walks the number 9 man, gets a fly out and a strikeout. So we are down to our final 3 outs. Kendall Graveman coming into the game. He's got 5.40 ERA in 41 games.
Up now for Washington, Robert Hassel III.
Robert Hassel III to lead things off. Got sinker, slider, changeup, four seam, and knuckle curve.
1-1. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
Swing and miss at the changeup again. 1-2. And that is smoked into center field for a base hit.
Aboard on the leadoff single.
So Robert Hassel aboard with a leadoff single.
Good job of just putting the ball in play.
Now here's Vladdy. 2 for 3 with 2 solo shots.
And that's a great example of it right there. Got the barrel in the hitting zone early.
He's got 3-1 count.
With the well-timed swing and came away with a beautiful line drive into center field.
And that's a little dribbler in front of the plate.
In time to Vaughn.
Vladdy's going to be thrown out at first. Hassel down to second. A little bit of a disappointing at bat there. Here's Nolan Gorman.
1-1 now. That one missed. Runner at second here, 1 gone. Yeah, that's outside.
3-1 count now to Gorman.
In big situations, and right here with the middle of the order hitter up, runner in scoring position, he's got to find a way to throw a quality strike.
And that's hit hard, but caught by the third baseman. 103 off the bat, nothing to show for it. 2 out. And now here's Hunter Renfroe.
Nothing to show for it. Hang with him. I know the feeling.
The 1-1.
And that's smoked into center field for a base hit. Hassel's going to round third and come in to score. And we cut into the deficit. We just need a field goal now. 6-3. And A.J. Minter comes into the game. 3.94 ERA, 31 for 34 in save opportunities. And he faces James Wood with a 2-2 count.
So this game has gone to plan more or less. Let's see if he can wrap it up here.
Now at the plate, James Wood.
And that's upstairs. Full count now. 2 outs. Renfroe's going to be off on the pitch. We're down to our final out, our final strike. And that's a little looper. Left center. And Kerry Carpenter puts it away for out number 3. And that's your ball game. White Sox take game 3 of the series. 6-3 your final. We take the first 2 of the series, but drop the final 1. And we have still not swept a series since we started playing series instead of just individual games. Not the worst thing in the world. I don't necessarily want to be a dominating team that wins 20-0 every game. Anyways, Vladdy hit 2 homers, 41 now on the year. That's just insane. Josiah Gray, Lost swing and miss. 9 strikeouts, no walks, and 5 1/3. But unfortunately, he allowed 5 earned. 7 hits in that span. Tanner Scott's the only bullpen arm that ran into some trouble. And yeah, that is how the final game of this stream closes out. Don't like to end on that note, but, you know, 2 out of 3 is 2 out of 3. We'll take it. Sprained knee ligament for a double-A guy. Rub some dirt on it. That's what I say. Okay, so that is going to do it for today's stream. Commanders franchise stream will be live tomorrow night at some point. I'll post an update on my channel as far as the exact time. It'll probably be roughly 10 o'clock. I am potentially planning on doing a different kind of stream on Monday. I'm not 100% sure on that. But I might be having something new, something sports related coming at you on Monday. I'll post an update on my channel. It's not going to be video game related. That's my only hint to you. And I'm not sure if I'll follow through with it. But yeah, thank you guys for tuning in. I appreciate it. And until next time, peace.